So this weekend we've been going through auditions. We did have a few problems because a few people did drop out, but the selection that we have got and have turned up have been fantastic.
And we've got Jules.
Jules, oh cool.
I originally heard about the film through Shooting People, I believe it was, or Mandy, and I saw the ad and thought, sci-fi short, that could be fun.
Well done. We're going home. I thought we should celebrate.
Where did you get that?
Oh, I've been hiding it, waiting for a special occasion. Well, we all have our secrets, don't we? But would he be of a situation where, not a situation, but of the kind of character where perhaps the other two, certainly Peter has kind of let himself go grizzled and kind of shaggy, but Shepard would still try and keep himself as neat and as disciplined as possible.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because that's the thought that had occurred to me. You know, not so much like doing the Picard maneuver or anything like that.
The audition process is a strange thing, but the nice thing about this one was there seemed to be an instant gelling.
What about me? You said we were going to be together.
We haven't got time for this.
You lied to me.
We were both vulnerable, lonely.
Do you not feel anything for me at all?
I turned up to the audition. I found out about it, I think, on a Friday, and I had kind of weekend plans. And so I went out on a Saturday night, and I was up till the early hours, and I turned up on the Sunday thinking I'd be absolutely fine. And so I kind of left thinking, right, well, you know, I've taken two important lessons from that. I've got experience of a good audition, and I know not to get pissed before I go for an audition the next day.
Shepard! Can you hear me? Michael!
The outer hull is damaged. These walls won't last. The wind will sweep through the ship and destroy it. We have to go.
The airlock. We can go around the outside.
There isn't time. Shepard will use the escape capsule in the other module. That's protocol.
But he's not responding. What if he's trapped?
Well, there's that moment where it's like, you're somebody, hello, how are you? And we just kind of chat for a bit. What have you done? Where you're from? All the usual kind of getting to know you questions.
Kate, obviously, acting Kate will be Rachel. Captain. We went very much obviously for the ex-military look, as you can see. I've left the labels on in just in case anything's not quite right, so that it's easy to just turn it around. This one's they're exactly the same style as the captain's trousers, but they're a different colour, so we just have a slightly different feel to it. The I scored with the princess, I couldn't resist, just because you technically did. This is practical and sporty as opposed to industrial, so it should be, hopefully it should feel quite nice to wear.
Rehearsal's crucial, really. I have done films before where we haven't had that rehearsal time, and there's kind of an uneasy feeling between you and the actors, because I guess that breaks the ice, you know.
So he wants to see us.
Who cares what he wants?
I'd have gone crazy on this rock without you.
So you keep telling me. Come on.
Okay, that's great. I think that's really cool the way you pause. But I think maybe more of a slower walk, kind of distant, kind of almost lost.
I just...
Bang! That's a Spider-Man!
Back!
My God. Oh my God. Michael.
We can't stay here.
We can't leave him.
Breach detected. Automatic lockdown engaged.
Help me!
No, we have to go now!
That's cool.
Flashing lights. Warning, depressurization detected. Evacuate immediately.
That's fine, that went well.
I nearly ducked then. I was going to say.
I was like, what's he doing?
It's like 50 quid, Ash.
Cool. How much is that?
50 quid or something. Absolute nightmare. Because I knew we only had 3 of them.
Everyone happy?
Okay, silence on set, please.
Go for a take. Action!
The first one I had, obviously I was kind of, you were more involved with the scene. The scene is very involved, it's very intense.
So can we stop? Because we only have 3
We've got to keep going, we've got to keep going.
Bottle's going to go.
Keep going, keep going.
Start again.
Keep going.
And so you don't really think about things like being careful not to put them down on the table too hard. And the first one I had, I took a sip out of it, straight down on the table, crack, wine all over the table. Oh.
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
I can't smash the bottle.
It's okay, you can't tell, that's it, and keep rolling.
So, as we carried on, I said, "Oh, sorry, I've smashed the bottle," and Ashley's screaming, "Carry on, carry on!" I'm like, and then I take a sip from her, like, "But it's obviously broken." He's like, "I can't see it. Carry on, carry on, carry on." I'm going to start again. Ready?
Okay.
Okay, so that one wasn't too successful. It really put the pressure on the next couple of takes. The next one was, we said, right, let's forget it. We won't put stuff in it. You can't see it from here anyway. So, but Ashley kind of got up and said, "Can you make sure that when you throw it, it kind of hits? I know you've got a lot to think about. Can you make sure it hits kind of about there?" The last thing you want in your hand is a really fragile object.
Cut! Okay, that's awesome.
I think they went really well in the end. I mean, things like that are great props to work with. I mean, it's great to be able to pick something up and chuck it at a wall.
Yes, the apple eating. The first couple of apples weren't bad. And I've got the knife, I've got the apple, and I'm cutting away, munching away, looking down at the plans, looking up at the door. After the first couple, that's okay. But when we reached apple number 6, I was starting to gag a little bit, and I think I'd had enough, well, fibre certainly for the rest of the week.
We're ready to go. Yeah?
I hate to say this, but can I have a slice of apple?
The apple, always with the apple. Oh, you got it now.
You just want a slice again?
Yeah. Just a slice.
Just one.
Promise I'll keep it short. I'm sorry. Ash, come back. Look. Here's a man whose monitor broke earlier on, right?
Never mind, they're Josh's.
Yeah, well, slight delay, and we're slowed down.
We've got one shot done.
Yeah, one shot done so far, and we're mid-morning, and you're not feeling the stress.
No,
you're not feeling the pressure.
There's no pressure. Yeah, everything's good.
Yeah, it's all good.
Because this guy can eat apples like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah.
And at this rate, there may not be a tomorrow. So
I've been told I'm the Robert De Niro of apple eating.
Falling through doors and dragging people around corridors and snogging here and there. It's great. It's just all really good fun.
Oh, yeah, I brought my own crash mat even, which was helpful because although I didn't get to fall too much on the floor because I ended up falling on Russell most of the time, but he probably would have hurt himself eventually.
I don't need no goddamn crash mat. I got a big ass.
It's something you don't do in real life, which is exactly why I like acting.
Yes.
Stunt work. It's unique. I came up on Saturday and got to try on the spacesuit for the first time. Basically, it's a sleeping bag, and it's one of the new sleeping bags that's basically a suit. And so it's that with extra bits added, and the stuff and big helmet. It's quite warm when you're not sleeping in it.
I feel for Kate at the moment because she's working in there in the spacesuit. Layers and layers of something, and she's wearing that. She must be so hot in there, under the lights, in the set, in this unit.
Just walking like Mr. Soft.
It's quite a job. It takes a long time to get all the bits on and strapped into it, and then it starts to heat up. It's like a freezer in here. I've already done some scenes in it, up to here at least. Camera? When this is all done, I'm off to do more green screen work with the whole suit on, probably steaming up for the rest of the afternoon, walking around as if I'm outside in the solar wind.
Okay, we're going to be running over slightly, so...
Hey, I'm still alive.
If you can go and talk.
Do you want some water?
Yeah. Green screen's something actually it's not very fun to do. It looks great and everyone always talks about the green screen shots and the effect shots and stuff like that. But to be honest, it's creatively it's not fun and it's quite it's quite demoralising.
Green screen work is interesting. I've only done a couple of things green screen before. Most of that's been talking to camera, pretending to do news items and things like that. And so yeah, doing the green screen yesterday was interesting. In a big rubber suit, walking around as if I know what I'm doing. Yesterday was interesting when I had to sort of like mine a pole, walking along, mime face damage stuff. That was it, yeah. I know what actors mean now when they go, all working with green screen. It's not easy.
It's Friday now. Had a good week shooting, and where we are at is now the escape pod scene. It's going to be my last scene as Captain Shepard, and after that, this is coming off. It'll come off in time for the wrap party. But before then, one final bit where I reveal how evil I really am.
So everyone else will learn.
I'm the board man.
So has Jules had his last shot?
Has Jules had his last shot on?
Last shot on camera.
That was your last shot confirmed, Jules.
Uncut. Okay guys, can I run a pause for Rachel's live stream? And it's time for lunch! And cut. Brilliant. You happy with that, guys? Yeah. Because I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. That's a wrap.
Really good to meet them. I love acting anyway, certainly doing films and things like this. It's so much fun. You get really close to people, and the fact that they are also brilliant. I mean, Jules is hilarious, he's always making me laugh. Kate's absolutely fantastic as well, both really professional as well. I think they're both kind of more serious actors than I am. I mean, they're obviously kind of really making a kind of path for themselves, and doing it full time pretty much. I mean, obviously mixing as much as any actor can. Which is really inspiring for me because it's where I want to be, it's where I'm going.
He's just great to work with, very easygoing, but also he brings this strong, confident, almost cocky sense to the part, which is required because he is a kind of cocky, smart-ass character, really.
Russell's lovely. He's quite funny to work with. I mean, it's quite funny because everyone's a bit like their character, I think. I mean, you always bring something of yourself to the character, but you can see certain aspects like he's a bit of a joker.
Cut. How does that look?
I've always loved you.
Most of my scenes are with Russell, and that's really fun. Jules is very different to work with, and with Jules it's a lot quieter, a lot subtler, looks and glances and inner thoughts going on. So it'll be interesting to do the scenes tomorrow and the next day, where everything's a little quieter and more intimate sort of thing to set.
Kate. Working with Kate is difficult. She's a very demanding performer, actually. She's hard. Really difficult. It's tough actually. I've walked off set sometimes crying because she could be really difficult and harsh. Really, some of the language she uses after a take is appalling. Actually, it makes a sailor blush.
You're tilting the camera.
Working with Kate's great. She's natural. She's got a great presence. It's easy to play off her. And there's a great kind of empathic quality which I think suits her part as Rachel in the role. So I can see how my character Shepard could relate to it.
Love you guys.
The line must be drawn here.